Researchers at the University of Washington are trying to come up with different types of proteins that may help cripple the Ebola virus and stop the deadly disease. But the work is not happening in a lab, it's taking place online, in a computer game that challenges users to find a kink in the protein armor of the Ebola virus. As our Rebecca Ward explains, anyone can log on to the game and put their analytical skills to work.
It sounds like a game, and on the computer, it certainly looks like one. But Folded is a unique application that could help researchers in Seattle find a way to stop the spread of Ebola.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to bind to a certain part of this protein that would block it from infectivity.
That may not sound revolutionary, but the game's software availability to players all over the world is. Head researcher David Law at the University of Washington's Institute of Protein Design explains.
It's very, very unique. So what we give them is a puzzle, and the puzzle is this three-dimensional structure of the Ebola glycoprotein receptor. And we tell them, okay, this is the part that's the most important for blocking the virus. Make us something. Put a protein there.
Anonymous players can log into the game from anywhere. Brian Kepnick is one of the developers of Folded, and he says the gamers that help solve protein puzzles don't necessarily have any formal training in the field.
You don't have to know what you're doing in order to really contribute to science. This game simplifies most of the protein structure down to a few simple rules that translate really well into a game.
That game has a worthy goal, discovering the keys to stopping a deadly disease or condition, as the game is also used in Alzheimer's research. Folded is 6 years old and demonstrates something surprising about people, according to Brian Kepnick.
It turns out that in some cases humans are actually pretty good at doing these calculations, which we had been using computers for.
Researchers at the Institute believe proteins are key to inhibiting a disease like Ebola. They've already had some success with developing a therapy for influenza.
We've published quite a few papers about that, and we have results showing that it works in animals, so it's very, very exciting.
David Law says they are making advances every day in Ebola research. The difficulty, he says, is that there are many different strains of Ebola, and they are hoping to find a therapeutic that would work for all of them. Rebecca Ward, VOA News, in Seattle.